So today is Monday the 11th. So far this month have done about 1,000 words on my writing challenge, which, considering the limited little time in the mornings that I have to actually write, I'm pretty happy with that. This weekend we were down with friends in the city and we went to see the orchestra and to have dinner. I really didn't get very much done at all. I did take my Save the Cat copy and try and like read it and highlight in the car as we were traveling, but honestly it just kind of made me feel seasick, so it kind of got abandoned. And please enjoy a little montage of my distracted weekend not writing. So we tried really hard to get some of their zoomies out before we had to drive them to the kennels for the weekend. It's quite a long drive, the ones that we take them to. There are more closer to us, but the one that we go to came highly recommended, so it's worth the drive, we think. Someone's a little stress head in the car, hence the panning. I love the roads up in the mountains. Look at that, hardly any traffic, beautiful scenery. What more could you want? So I did lose another writing day on Monday, unfortunately, because I had to drive all the way back down here to pick up the dogs again, and it's like maybe a 3-hour round trip, maybe slightly more. Not ideal really, but yeah, so that kind of ate into my work time, which meant I had to work different hours, and the whole day was just kind of a bust from a writing standpoint. Gonna be a lot of work to do the rest of this week to try and make up for it. Does anyone remember the cartoon Wacky Races? Is that a thing? Do other people remember that, or is that just like a little random thing that we saw in Scotland? But it definitely started to feel like that here. The traffic going towards the city is horrific. Not far from here, our old truck actually got totaled. Someone plowed across like a couple of lanes and like smashed us into a wall. So we were definitely nervous driving back down through here. I think it's one of the first times we'd been down since the accident that we had before. This is where we ended up having dinner. They served Persian food. The restaurant itself is not called the Castle, it's called something else, but it was delicious. I want to sit on one. I think you'll see the food later. We went for a little walk around the city before dinner. I want to sit on one. I saw some design programs and they're like silly expensive. How ridiculous are these chairs? So much fun. And this was inside that castle building. Oh my gosh, there was so much meat on that lamb shank. I could not even. And this is the orchestra. I've never been to one before, but I have to say I was just pleasantly surprised. It was a really nice evening. So So the show that we went to see was A Night of Bath. When the chorus came on, I mean, it was just incredible. And then we had the epic journey all the way back out of the city and up the mountain roads. If you're lucky, you might be able to spot a bear. We've actually had a bear cub run out in front of us on this road before. It's just insane to my little Scottish brain that there can be bears running around. Which is probably why we've never been camping in this country, in case we get eaten by one. And today was just kind of getting back into work and things. Definitely going to have to make up for the lack of progress this weekend if I want to try and stay on track for finishing the challenge with 3,000 words this month. So save the cat so far, man. Even just from reading a very little bit at the start, I've already added in to the very first chapter like a whole extra scene, if you like. So my first chapter, one of my characters, Agnes, she's an older lady. She's going to be one of the 4 POV characters in my book, but not the main character. She's more like the steadfast one that kind of everyone can rely on. I didn't have the main character in the first chapter at all. Agnes, I kind of used her to set the scene and kind of show what the book was going to be about, because she witnesses something. And then the next scene goes to the main character's point of view. So save the cat's like, absolutely not. No way. The main character has to be introduced in the first chapter, even if it's not from their point of view. So I'm gonna have Agnes now see the main character and see kind of her problem, her issues that she's having. She'll be able to sort of foreshadow a situation. So that's really good. Like, I'm only at the start of Save the Cat and I'm already learning things and being able to implement them into what I've written so far. There's definitely going to be more, I'm sure. So I'm really glad that I've got it while I'm still quite early in my first draft. Chapter 4 is where I'm at, because there might be more that I can move around or adjust to make more sense and capture the readers properly. Because I do worry that if I stray too far from Save the Cat, that maybe people will not be as receptive to it. I guess we'll see. I still feel really weird vlogging in public. Like, in the city, it feels pretty comfortable to like be taking videos of the scenery and stuff, like a tourist, I guess, but standing talking to you guys in the camera still feels really awkward. I don't know, you other YouTubers who are more established, tell me, like, did you all feel like that to begin with, or am I just like really awkward? I don't know. Hopefully I'll just get more comfortable with talking to you guys in public after I get used to talking to you guys at home. And ignore the messy bed. There is Save the Cat and a trusty highlighter and my dog wearing a diaper because she's an old lady.